Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, site of the 1996 Olympic Games, Center Parc Stadium, and home to the Georgia State Panthers, and we have been feeling the excitement for this one all week. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown, as we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the UCF Knights, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Georgia State Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Knights will boot it away to start the game. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Georgia State Panthers offense takes the field for the first time today. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football. And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you're risking running by you and catching deep balls, you play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous. The sweet feet buy a little time. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Feeling some heat. They've got the screen set up. At midfield, he's got room. Hit the afterburners, kid. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Hard running there. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season. This was a team that was picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Archuleta. He's got it. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly out to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Didn't have any better luck going back to him on 2nd down. Now they're staring at 3rd and 10. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They're bringing heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Let's send out the punt unit. And the offense sprung a big-time leak, and the quarterback went down.
And when you're throwing the football, you're trying to stop the best athletes in the world from getting to your quarterback. They're going to get there, they're putting their ears back, get to the QB, get the sack.
Guys, the Georgia State offense...
Take over.
And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinals thing. No better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Dances away to buy time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
It falls incomplete and will change into the field to get things started back up. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He wants to throw it again. Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Makes his connection. Oh, he gave him the dead leg. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Georgia State comes to the line with a first and goal. Wants to go up top. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia State. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Dropping back, it's Archuleta. Fires left. It's caught downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Knights want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Off-play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt.
The expressway is wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning it a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Now from inside the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Panthers. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Georgia State, 14.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. And the ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Dropping back, it's Archuleta. Release to the back. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. Smart move to get down with the slide. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Offense set on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going for the big play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Trying to get to him. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Knights line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Hawaii is dominating this one thanks to an offense that's done whatever it's wanted since the opening kickoff. They're up by 30 over the Red Hawks of Miami. any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Back to throw, it's Archuleta. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. Power football with the run.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll call for the fair catch here. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Ready to start things here in the 2nd half. Georgia State about to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Scanning the field, it's Archuleta. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Knights will call on their punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Blade. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Panthers! And the stomping has commenced. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Handoff to the lone back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Back to pass, it's Archuleta. Finds a man in the middle. He's off to the races. At the 20. Touchdown, Knights! And once he found daylight. Any bar the door, baby.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That 1st down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 16. He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. He lets one fly deep. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. The offense set for a 1st down play. It's a draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too. The give from the gun. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Fires to the big fella. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Give to the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. This Georgia State offense ready to go with another 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Getting some heat. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Touchdown, Georgia State. And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
That makes the score. Georgia State, 35.
On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
And that pass is intercepted. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Panthers. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Back to throw, it's Archuleta. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Got the completion on the last play, still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Coming after it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Gonna let it fly. Fires and picked off.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for 2nd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Flushed out of the pocket. The throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Line getting set on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Archuleta. They're trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Knights will punt this one away.
Number 13, Hans punts it away.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the play.
Lofts one high and deep. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the war chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Florida State's offense is on the field for the first time today. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Leaves it with the back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. An early test for this defense on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Noles will have it 1st and 10. He's right on target. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So Georgia State's offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy...
Going for a big play right off the bat. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Georgia State.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. The defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. Still on his feet at the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. He got it.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They torch this defense with an explosion. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. At the 45, on his way. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Georgia State, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. On the run, still looking. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Number 12, in punt formation.
That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Soft spot in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. Off he goes. The 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Or did he find a hole in the defense? Touchdown, Florida State!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense, this quarterback.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Panthers. They'll try to add another to their lead.
Number 25.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
28, Florida State, 10.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find something.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They'll run the screen. They played that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you... He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia State! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score. Georgia State, 35.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the tailback. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Wants to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. They're going to throw it to start the drive. That's reeled in. It's Reinbold. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. He's looking to throw it. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their... And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Panthers! And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Georgia State, 42. Florida State.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But
sends it downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Hand off from the shotgun. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Just under half a minute to go before the break. They'll take over 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force the...
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Looking to move it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And the Noles will boot it away to start the second half.
Georgia State, 42. Florida State,
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He's got it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Still on his feet. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. On the doorstep of cashing it in for touchdown, Georgia State. And the route is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge.
Good.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Florida State, 10.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Waddle. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. Running with power. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Extending the play. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The Seminoles are marching down the field. Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And on 2nd down for this offense. Some misdirection with the counter. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. Going up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Looking to throw on third. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Grabbed near the sticks. It's McBride. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. That's the end of the quarter. Georgia State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It tweaks.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw them. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last.
Really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Quickly out to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Panthers. And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. To the air on 1st down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Breaks the tackle. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The Noles will punt it away on 4th down. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. That one comes out hot down the right side.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Working the middle. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's going to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.